Young-ho resides with his mother and sister. The family's patriarch has passed away, leaving him as the new head of the household. They have recently relocated to the bustling city to embark on a fresh start. Young-ho and his sister, Sean, are on the verge of attending their first day at a new school. However, Sean is reluctant to be seen with her older brother and rushes off to school alone. While walking through an alley, Young-ho encounters 4 bullies tormenting a boy named Jinu. Witnessing the bullies physically assaulting and robbing Jinu, Young-ho realizes they must attend the same school, identified by their matching uniforms. Despite feeling a sense of responsibility, Young-ho, aware of his mother's hopes pinned on him, decides to walk away without intervening. In the school setting, Young-ho finds himself seated next to Jinu, while the bullies flaunt their toughness around the class. They warn the new student, Jinu, to stay out of their affairs, threatening to make his life miserable. Young-ho learns that one of the bullies is named Chi-tae, a name that triggers recognition. After school, Young-ho visits a boxing gym to relieve his stress by punching a bag. The coach informs him that he can't use the equipment without a membership, prompting Young-ho to sign up. Despite having trained in MMA, he is also eager to learn boxing. The coach initiates him with some jump rope exercises, and Young-ho observes the coach working with another young man in the ring, trying to mimic the boxer's moves. Later that evening, Young-ho is doing his homework when he realizes his sister has not returned home. Concerned, he calls her, but Sean, engrossed in singing karaoke outside, dismisses him abruptly. Undeterred, Young-ho decides to go out and find his sister. On his way, he stumbles upon the group of bullies. The girls believe that Young is cute, while the boys are in the mood to mess with him. Chi-tae invites him to sit with them for a minute. As it is revealed, the 2 boys know each other from elementary school. Chi-tae remarks that he used to eat a meal at Yan-ho's house every day. Chi-tae asks how come Young's family moved to the big city. Young reveals that his father committed the unthinkable when his business went bankrupt, so his family needed to make a new start. The boys start joking with one another, saying that having a business must be a problem, so they should not build one. Young is annoyed with the comments, so he decides to get up and walk away. Soon, Young finds his sister with the guy she is dating. She rushes the boy to leave, so Young can't get a chance to talk to him, and then scolds her brother for following her. The next day, Jinsu visits Young's house so they can do their homework together. Young is having some trouble grasping the exercises, so he just tells Jinsu they should eat some noodles. While they have their noodles, Jinsu finds the opportunity to tell Young how their school works. It appears bullies are not just scattered around in this region. They work like gangs, and there is a hierarchy to them in their own school. GTI's group is tough, but also subordinates to the bullies from senior year. That becomes pretty obvious when GTI's group is having some fun at karaoke. The senior year bullies bust in, and they start dancing with a girl. Chi-tae does nothing but stare. The next day, Jinsu is cornered again by 2 of the bullies who ask to get his money. Jinsu begs them to not steal his money this time because he needs to buy some new textbooks. As you probably guessed, the bullies don't care much about that, and they insist on getting his money, or they will beat him up. This time, Yan-ho gets involved and tries to talk them out of it, but the bullies are not fans of reason. They attack Young-ho, but instead, they get whooped. Chi-tae enters the classroom while they are getting beaten and stops Young. Young-ho stares at him, but Chi-tae yells that he should stop doing that. The leader of the bullies remarks that this is not how he remembers Young-ho, asking him if he trained. Young-ho replies that he has trained MMA. Eventually, the bout ends right there, and Jai tells his guys to follow him. Young-ho is approached by a guy named Choi, who congratulates him on what he did. This young man liked Young-ho's kick very much. At the same time, Jai has a smoke with his mates on the roof. He comments that Young-ho is different from what he remembers him to be, while one of the bullies says his kick was very strong. At the end of the school day, Choi approaches Young-ho again to introduce him to another friend of his, Haku. He invites them for a drink. While the boys are having a good time, Choi exclaims that the bullies can be stopped if guys like Young-ho decide to fight them. After the drinks, Young takes them to the gym because it is formally closed today, and the coach is absent. Choi and Haku spar on the ring, wearing gloves. Nonetheless, their sparring looks ridiculous, and Young can't hold his laughter back. Later, Young-ho decides to visit his mother at her restaurant, but finds her being harassed by a client. The man has his hands all over her and forces her to drink with him. The next day, Young-ho wants to release his anger at the gym. The coach tells him to work on the punching bag, but Young-ho would like to spar with a real opponent. The coach tells him to get inside the ring with the dude who's already in there, but Young wonders if that is fair. The guy in the ring is younger than him, so he might be at a disadvantage against Janel. The coach says he does not need to worry about that and prompts him to enter the ring. As the fight starts, it becomes clear that the other guy is more experienced within the ring, even though he is younger in age. The two boys have a good fight, but Young-ho is knocked out. In the end, while Young-ho unwraps the bandages from his hands, a few minutes later, the coach walks near him to ask if he is okay. Young-ho is not physically hurt, but his ego is. The coach starts laughing at him and clarifies that Young-ho needs to follow the process just like everyone else. You don't become the best from one day to the next. Later that evening, Young-ho walks through the streets when he sees Mayan, a girl from Gay's group, being bothered by one of the senior bullies. The senior wants her to be his girlfriend, but Mayan does not like him. Although Young-ho likes to help people usually, this time he decides to just walk away because he doesn't want to be involved with Guy and his problem. Mayan kicks the senior in the nuts and runs after Yan-ho. She scolds him for not helping her out, questioning how it's possible to just walk away when you see a woman being harassed. Despite her complaints, Young-ho was not in the mood to discuss it and continues walking. Mayan likes his modesty and smiles while he is walking away. Young-ho was not meant to avoid fighting that night. As he walks nearer to his house, he finds his sister being pushed around by the guy she is dating. Young-ho beats him up, but his sister snaps at him for not leaving her alone. Young-ho can't understand her attitude as he only did the right thing. The next day, on the roof of the school building, the senior bullies are punishing Jai-tae's group. Jai-tae is not making them enough money lately. The senior tells Jai-tae to join his friends, and they all assume a downward dog position. The bullies start beating them with a bat until they are satisfied. Once the seniors leave, Jai-tae remarks that they need to do something, or else they are going to be in trouble. To make some money, the bullies corner a knave guy from their year and threaten to beat him if he does not go inside his house and bring them all the money he can find. The knave student goes inside his house and soon comes out with a bunch of money. The bullies are very happy about it and even give the boy a paper bill to go play some computer games. Back in class, Shai and Hao take Young and Jinsu for a smoke. Young's rumor has spread around the school, and everybody knows that he beat that guy yesterday. Shai tells him not to worry because they have his back in case the boy decides to do anything against him. Young-ho walks toward home after school when Mayan runs near him. She says she just wants to walk with him. However, the mood changes soon when they stumble upon Ji-tae, who calls the girl near him. As soon as they are close enough, he grabs her and kisses her while the girl kisses him back. Shai-tae stares at Young-ho like he is the winner, and the latter walks away. While he walks through an alley, Young-ho is ambushed by his sister's date and two of his mates. Young-ho manages to hold them back for a while, but he is outnumbered and eventually overpowered. Right then, Choi and Hao appear to assist him, and the three of them beat these guys. In the gym, the coach notices how dedicated Young-ho is and puts him in the ring to teach him some techniques. The young man does not miss a single training, making sure to work on his stamina by doing jump rope and his strength by working on the punching bag. Young-ho has taken this very seriously, and there is probably a good reason for that. Apart from him and his group, nobody else is standing up to the bullies. Elsewhere, Jai-tae meets with the senior bully to give him a stash of money. This time, the senior is happy with the money. Then Jai meets his group for a smoke before the boys say goodbye to the girls and follow their path. While the bullies walk, they stumble upon Young Ho's group. They act all tough on them, and both parties get ready for a fight. Jai tells Young Ho to stop staring at him and lower his eyes, which is exactly what Young Ho does when the boys sit in another store. Ho is annoyed by Yan's stance, asking him if he is afraid of Jai. Shui believes that Young Ho can beat Jai, but also prompts Ho to stop asking why Ho, if he is afraid. On the other hand, Young Ho is not in the mood to discuss it, so he grabs his bag and walks away. While he waits to cross the road, Young Ho is approached by Mayan, who wants to spend time with him. She now knows that she has no feelings for Bai and wants to be with Young Ho. She kind of forces Young Ho to grab some food with her and takes great care of him. After the date, the two of them kiss, but the way Young Ho breaks the kiss is weird. Mayan asks him if he is afraid of Jai, but Young plainly walks away. Next, he visits his mother's restaurant and sees the usual client bothering her again. His mother's posture and facial expression reveal that she is having a terrible time. Young waits for the man to walk outside and approaches him from behind to serve him a good beating. The next morning, Choi and Haku meet with the bullies to put an end to their rivalry. Shai Tai is on the phone while one of his guys is measuring up against Choi. Choi is a much better fighter than the bully, so he plays around with him and smashes him on the wall. As Jai finishes his phone call, he sees his mate being beaten and jumps on Choi. Haku tries to help his friend, but Jai hits him as well. That gives the bullies a chance to attack and beat the boys up. Young meets with his friends later, and he is informed of the incident. Young decides not to seek any retribution for now. But when he gets back to school, he is informed by the teacher that Jinyu was in the hospital. Young and his friends go to the hospital to visit Jinsu and naturally ask him what happened. As they expected, Jai Tae's group cornered him and beat him up. Iho can't tolerate more acts of violence, so he tells his friends that it is time to finish Jai and his group. The two groups meet, but before they collide, Young-go tells Jae how he feels. Young has been beaten by Jai Ta since elementary school, but this is where it ends. The two enemies get ready to fight. Iho shows early on how strong he is, showing better skill compared to Jai Ta. His friends jump into the fight, while Young is beating up the leader of the bullies. After slamming him down and kicking him hard in the face, Young-go mounts Jai Tai and punches him repeatedly. The bully is done. Young-ho's group now knows that they are strong and ready to take on any opponent that may get in their way. However, they still get punished by the principal for causing trouble. At the same time, the senior bullies bust into Young-ho's classroom looking for him and his friends. They are very upset when they do not find them, but their time is going to come. Then the senior bullies get on the roof of the school building to punish Jai Tae's group once more. The only difference is that the group now operates without Jai Tae. The bully was so beaten and humiliated that he is never going to come back to school. Soon the senior bullies approach Young Ho and ask him to get on the roof after school. Young's friends tell him not to worry, as they are going to be on his side when they get on the roof. The seniors have a simple proposition for them. Young Ho and his friends will work for them and become their gang members, or they will get punished every single day for the rest of their school life. Iho does not give them a reply, and the group proceeds to grab a meal. Shui and Hao considered joining the seniors, a fact that infuriates Jinsu. However, the boys are just messing with him. There is no chance they would join those seniors, even if that means they will have to fight an unequal battle. Young-ho feels a bit confused when he hits the gym and can't concentrate. But when he thinks about what the seniors told him, he draws strength to train harder. Later, as he walks, he sees a group of girls smoking, and one of them seems to be really fond of him. This young man has some serious skills, but he has no idea how he does it. Elsewhere, the bullies are having a game of pool. In the area, The senior bullies, frustrated by their defeat, decide to take matters into their own hands. They gather their forces and confront Young-ho and his friends on the school roof. The tension escalates as both groups exchange challenging stares. The senior leader, still nursing his pride from the previous encounter, demands retribution. Young-ho, sensing the impending clash, steps forward to address the situation. He tries to de-escalate the conflict, emphasizing that there's no need for further violence. Despite Young-ho's efforts, the seniors insist on settling the score. The atmosphere becomes tense, and it seems like a fight is inevitable. However, just as the situation reaches a boiling point, the school security intervenes, preventing the confrontation from turning physical. The seniors, realizing the consequences of their actions, begrudgingly back down. The security warns both groups about the consequences of engaging in violence on school grounds and disperses the gathering. The next day, the school is buzzing with rumors about the rooftop showdown. Young-ho and his friends become local legends, admired by some and feared by others. The bullies, now humbled and under the control of the senior bullies, retreat into the shadows. As the story unfolds, Young-ho continues his training at the gym, striving to improve his skills. His camaraderie with his friends deepens, and they find strength in their unity. The bullies, while still a menacing presence, think twice before challenging the newly formed alliance. Amidst the challenges and conflicts, Young-ho finds an unexpected connection with Min, the girl who sought his help earlier. Their friendship blossoms, and they share moments of laughter and support. In the evolving landscape of their high school life, Young-ho and his friends navigate the complexities of friendship, rivalry, and self-discovery. The senior bullies, nursing their wounds, plot their return, setting the stage for a continuing struggle for dominance in the school hierarchy.